The story of Carmen Winstead. So Carmen Winstead started off as any ordinary 17-year-old outcast in high school. Her father ended up losing his job, so they had to move to Indiana in order for him to get a new employment. This gave Carmen a hard time, having to leave the friends she already had behind and to make new ones. That was quite hard for her to do, especially since Carmen is afraid of judgment. When it came time for Carmen to finally go to her new school, the first 2 semesters of the year were hard, until she started to hang out with a group of 5 girls. They seemed quite nice, until Carmen comes to find out that these girls had only been talking about her behind her back, and were spreading nasty rumors about her. One of the rumors were that Carmen was messing around with the school janitor, Mr. Harvey. Another was that she wipes her snot on people when they aren't looking. There were many more to come, and every single one ruined her reputation in this school more, and more, and more. Once Carmen found out who is making up these awful lies about her, she built up the courage to go and confront them about their wrongdoings. This only made the bullying situation worse. These girls began to call her offensive names, vandalize her locker and personal items, call her out in front of everybody in the hallway, tell many different boys that she has a creepy obsession with them, and much more. She ignored all of it and continued on with her life. The same things continued on a daily basis. Nothing new. Carmen was so sick and tired of the bullying at this point, so she decided to stay after school and inform the teachers what had been going on lately. Later on that day, one of Carmen's teachers had announced that there will be a fire drill after lunch. All of the students would gather outside while they waited for their teacher to finish roll call. The 5 girls happened to see Carmen standing by a sewer opening. They thought that it would be hilarious to push her down to embarrass her in front of the entire school. These 5 girls began to crowd around Carmen, getting in her face and backing her up closer to the sewer opening. When she finally was at the edge, she flew down and hit the bottom. When the teachers called Carmen's name, one of the girls shouted, "She's in the sewer," laughing as if it were a joke. The teachers went down to peek into the sewer and saw Carmen there, not moving at all. Her head was twisted all the way around. That is when the school called the police. When the police arrived, they went down into the sewer to analyze that Carmen had scraped her face off when she had hit the ladder on her way down. She also had a broken neck. Carmen's parents, Mark and Kimberly, were then notified about what had happened to her. They immediately rushed over to the horrid scene, only to see their beloved daughter being hauled out of the sewer to be put in a morgue, with the skin on her face being completely ripped off, her head loosely dangling off of the skin that was left on her neck, and her clothes being covered in muck. Both of her parents were devastated and sickened by the sight of their child. They both demanded to know how all of this happened. All of the students had to stay after so they could be questioned. The 5 girls denied the truth, telling the police that Carmen had just fell on her own. Soon enough, the case was ruled as an accident and was closed. Months later, all of the students that attended the same school that Carmen did began to get the strangest messages on their MySpace pages from an unknown person claiming that Carmen's death was not an accident and that someone had pushed her. Whoever was responsible was given time to own up to the police, or could suffer the terrible consequences. When these 5 girls did not own up to what they know they had done, they all were found, one by one, dead in the same sewer with the same fate as Carmen. Anyone who does not forward or believe in her story ended up with the same terrible fate as Carmen and the 5 other girls. Thanks for watching.